Okay, dawn or amanecer, day 2 at Cock of the Rock Lodge. We saw some amazing cocks of the rocks. Cock of the Rocks? Whatever. Last night. Late. Got some amazing video. And today we're going to look for some quetzals in just hiking around, and then move on to our next lodge. Okay? So this is the Paradise Tanager, and we're right in the Cock of the Rock Lodge.
Yes.
One of the most colorful tanagers. He's yellow and red and blue and black. Green.
Imaging this versicolored barbet through the branches was very challenging. Similarly for this dusky green oropendula, it was just really far away.
He's completely... Oh, there he's moving a little. Nice. Hi. Oh, that's really cool.
I love how this big bird, the chestnut-eared arachnids, has such a little tiny high squeaky voice. We stopped at this overlook where we saw a pale-vented pigeon, long-tailed tyrants, a boat-built flycatcher, and this blue-gray tanager, among others. But to get an image like this, you have to be close.
What is this bird, Miguel? The little yellow and black.
Yeah.
What is he? Lady-throated. Okay, you could tell me later. Beautiful. Hi. Russet-backed oropendula.
Right, so we just passed through the little town of Patria, which is about 2,500 foot altitude. It's the foothills of the Andes, so it's our guide described it as an ecotone. Well, it's sort of not quite a mixture, but the Andean ecosystem is right next to the Amazon ecosystem, so quite a bit warmer here, of course, 2,500 feet instead of 5,000 feet like last night, and it's feeling much more tropical here, but not fully tropical yet.
So these are white-eyed parakeets. Okay, so these are red-bellied macaws. Even though they're green.
You pay attention in the belly.
Back to the red-bellied parrots.
Macaw.
Red-bellied macaws, sorry.
Okay, I'm watching the olive uropendula. Do you want to see the scope the olive uropendula?
Siempre.
Estamos en un pueblito, una aldea, se llama Pircopata.
Alright, so Glenn and I just checked into the Manu Bio Lodge. It's just outside the little town of Patria. I could swear we were going down the wrong road to get here, but it wasn't. And our tour guide said the number one rule here is flashlights or headlamp at night because of the snakes on the trail at night. So, okay. I said, I'll have no problem. We'll have no problem remembering that. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to remember that. So it's all open, which I'll show you. It's here's our cabin where we're staying, and it's all completely open and screened. And as I told Glenn, this is exactly what we signed up for, right? So students come from all around the world to study the insects here mostly because they have so many kinds. Okay, so that's it. This is what we signed up for. Pretty bacán, which is how they say cool here in Peru. Okay, so it's dawn from night 2, day 3, I guess, of our time here in Peru at the Manu Bio Lodge. And when I came out this morning, I alarmed some monkeys, which gave an alarm sound, and I saw the bats coming in the roof of our lodge, which I'll show you behind me there. Bats in the roof there, murciélagos in Spanish. And I'll turn this around so you can see. The sky was the pale violet color. Now it's more blue. But a few minutes ago it was this very pale violet or purple color. But now it's blue as the sun is coming up. See, and I'll show you the picture of the Pulcapata River, which is right outside our habitation, our room wall. And there's all kinds of insects and birds and frogs and stuff there. Pretty darn nice here. Raining like an SOB this morning and hot and sunny now. Welcome to the rainforest. That's great. That's a king vulture there. I got these views of a beautiful shy bird, a king vulture, but from very far away. We hiked down to see him up close from a blind, but just as I was walking down to... Hi, bird. As I was walking down to see the king vulture, my thumb clicked off the image stabilization on my big lens. And when we got to the blind, I clicked it on, and just that little clicking sound caused the king vulture to fly away. So that was interesting.
There's some leafcutter ants. So, I reached down to use some of the big leaf to wipe off some excess DEET from my hands, some sunscreen, and our guide Miguel admonished both Glenn and I now from this point on to be careful about touching stuff if you can't see the other side of it, like the other side of a leaf or a tree branch, because there could be a bullet ant there which would really hurt like hell, and he's got no remedy for it, or a snake or something if you can't see the other side of a leaf. So yeah, point well taken there. No bites, no stings. Get out of the jungle without unnecessary pain. Interesting. Scary. Cool. There's the bullet ant. He's about as long as the joint of my index finger, I would say.
That one are in the group of the biggest ants of the world. The tallest mountain.
¿Cómo se llama?
Apucañahuay.
Apucañahuay. Okay. A crested hummingbird. The male. The female is very little and pretty too, but she doesn't have the big crest like this guy does. Very pretty. So that's an orchid spider.
We were very fortunate to see this emerald tree boa, but it blended so well into the foliage that even though it was only about 6 feet away, I still didn't see it for a minute or two.
Break on the Madre de Dios River.
If I didn't have to stop to pee, we never would have seen this beautiful creature.
That's why it's called rainbow mountain, rainbow boa.
Okay? Or no? Okay.
Está qué hermoso, weón.
Got some howler monkeys on the side of the river here. Yeah, there they go. Okay. Pretty good sized monkeys, not small. Howlers are loud, big monkeys. Capybara, good sized one too. Big. Hey buddy. Hi buddy. That's cool. Capybara.
There he goes. Scared them off.
We're departing from the van and now we're going to the boat. And there's the boat when we're in Atalaya. I think that's how you pronounce it. And we're going to the boat for part, I don't know, 3 or 4 of our trip or something like that. Okay, let's go. We're departing the little port of Atalaya. We're on the motorboat. Yeah, so this is the Madre de Dios River. It's pretty muddy and turbulent. Oh, a little bit of rapids and some rocks and stuff. Pretty mountains right around us. Beautiful blue sky day. Going down river. Let's go. So, Brent and I were both handed these pistol containers on the boat, and both looked at it, and we both together thought the same thing. Why? That's right. Okay. Okay. That would be our lunch, of course. Okay. All right, so after a long, boring 6-hour boat ride, we made it to the Manu birding lodge. Up the muddy steps, and there's a boat we came on, and we slept a lot. Okay, so we just arrived at our room here at the Manu birding lodge, and I have to say, it's quite a bit more rustic or funky than the Manu Eco Lodge. You know, there's hot water if you ask for it. Electricity runs from 6 to 9, and there's candles for after that, which is okay. Seems like the wildlife is also pretty amazing, and there's all kinds of macaws outside, so nature should be in abundance here. The monkeys are in charge? Okay. Well, we knew that. Okay.
Buenos días. Buenas tardes, señor. Look at the monkeys. Muy común aquí, huh? Pretty cute. Pretty cute. Those look like green and yellow macaws to me, but I am not sure. I mean, red and green macaws. Red and green macaws. And this is right outside the door of our room at the Manu, aptly named birding lodge. They raise a racket. Hello, macaw. Sorry, I was wrong. These are chestnut-fronted macaws. Okay, here's the greater yellow-headed vulture again.
Let's try it again. First, nature walk, jungle walk here at the New Birding Lodge. We already saw some monkeys and a vulture and some macaws, and you can hear getting twilight, and we're following our guide. Yeah, there he is. Okay.
There's a nice caterpillar right there. We stopped. He's kind of blue. Okay, that's a nice millipede there. Pretty good size. I'd say 5 inches long, something like that. Here he comes. Here he comes. Good size. Walking at night in the jungle, you generally don't see spiders. But just turn on your flashlight and sweep it around, and suddenly you'll see hundreds of pairs of eyes all around you, as you can see in this photo.